Years ago, I'd returned from an emergency trip to Montreal General Hospital, where I saw my younger brother Richard. He was dying of a combination of the effects of liver damage and malnutrition. And when I came back to Korea, I tried to stay in contact with him. I would call, maybe not every day, but as often as I could. Sometimes he'd pick up the phone, sometimes he couldn't. Sometimes he'd be able to maintain a conversation. Sometimes, a lot of the time, he couldn't. Now, what was happening as well in the meantime was the medical team had already decided he was a hopeless case. He had cirrhosis, but it was inoperable. His general physical condition did not permit a liver transplant. But apart from that, there was the issue of the way he'd been designated. He'd been slotted into a category psychologically as a drinker who just wouldn't stop. And he was left by the medical team to sort of cope the best that his body would allow. Now, that was the first medical team we dealt with. The next medical team that came along started pulling his medication. And they would do this on a Friday night. They would pull his medication. They'd give him a cup of water. That was it. He was on a lot of penicillin, which was doing the job that his liver was supposed to be doing. They'd pull that. And then they'd inform my father and me, and we would, in a panic, phone the hospital, and they would say, well, we can't change anything until we get the doctor's permission. And then we'd say, where's the doctor? And they'd say, the doctor's gone for the weekend. It was like that. They did that 3 times. Third time was the prize for them.